morning, YouTube, and welcome to my channel, Plumbing Unclogged. My name is Doug Seed from Plumbing Unclogged and Megan Drew Plumbing here in beautiful, balmy Markham, Ontario. And today we are going to take a deep dive into the age-old question, why would anybody possibly want to become a plumber? Well, I can tell you, after 35 years of experience in this trade, there are many, many positive reasons why somebody might want to be a plumber. And hopefully I can shed a bit of light onto you in terms of some of the pros and some of the cons to the field. So whether you're a student, you're just finishing up high school and you're thinking about joining the trades, and in particular plumbing, or possibly you're in your mid-30s and you're hitting a midlife crisis and you've decided that the grass is greener and you might want to be a tradesman. So please stay tuned and follow along, and hopefully we can debunk some of the myths that surround plumbing. So I can tell you this much, that I started the trades back in the early 90s. I got my license in June of 1993 after a 5-year apprenticeship with a small private residential company. I went on to into the field of engineering for a while. I worked on infrastructure, sewage treatment facilities, and then from there I joined the union, Local 46 in Toronto, Ontario, and spent many, many years learning my trade at a very high level in the city of Toronto. I've got a fair amount of experience, and I've walked through many, many different aspects of the trades, and there are some things that are absolutely fantastic. There are other elements of the trade that is enough to put you to an early grave. So let's look into some of the positives of being a tradesman. In no particular order, these are my top 5 reasons that I would consider a career as a plumber. Number 1, the pay can be great. So plumbers earn approximately the same as most other trades in the field, and like all other trades, not all plumbers are created equally. Some work harder than others, and some do a better job than others, and some are in greater demand. As a reasonable journeyman, you can expect to earn between $60,000 to $150,000 a year, depending on the type of work and where you are, and how much time you're prepared to put into it. I know lots of guys in the field that made $150,000, $200,000 a year, but they were away from their family 7 days a week, and they were working 12-hour shifts, lots of overtime, doing pipeline stuff, sometimes even going into nuclear reactors. So those guys made a lot of great money. If you ask them, part of their argument on the job would be the reason why they might not like it is because, well, they're away from their families, or they're doing what's known as hot work. But we'll talk about that in another video. Reason number 2 you might want to consider the trade as a plumber or another type of trade is you get to meet lots of great people. Every single day I'm meeting all sorts of interesting and articulate people from various different walks of life, from businesses to politicians to celebrities, professional athletes, and I get to see how they live, and it's really quite enjoyable when you get to meet new and interesting people, and it enriches your life. So my reason number 3 for wanting to pursue a career in the plumbing industry is you get to work on a lot of really cool projects. Everything from large-scale commercial work to residential clients with personal problems in their house. You get to work on all points in between. I've worked on hospitals. I've worked on power plants. I've worked in water treatment facilities. I've worked in sewage treatment facilities. Hydronic heat is another really interesting element to this industry, and there's lots of guys that make a great living just doing hydronic heat. So don't think that for 1 minute that a plumber's life is going around snaking out drains, because it's just simply not true. Okay, again, in no particular order, here is reason number 4 why you might want to consider pursuing a career as a plumber. And that is you develop a wide range of skills. Some related to the other building trades, but often some are related to things like sales, estimating, equipment operation, and that sort of thing. Management, leadership. There's a lot of really great companies out there that spend a lot of time training their employees into various different aspects of the trade, and And oftentimes guys go into a very rewarding career, as foremen, as superintendents. So they cut their chops on the tools, they get good at what they do, and they learn some leadership skills, they learn some estimating skills, and they improve from there. The other thing that's been invaluable to me personally over the years is, you work closely with drywallers and electricians and carpenters, and unless you live under a rock, it's difficult to not pick up a few tidbits of information and some of the skills that some of these other trades have. So you can incorporate it with your own skills, and you become a far more valuable person. It's saved me a lot of money over the years in and around my house doing things myself. Also, with a lot of the other tradesmen that I meet, we help each other out on various projects, so that's always a bonus, and it's always very rewarding. So that kind of brings me to point number 5 of why plumbing has been good for me as a career choice, and that is I couldn't sit still in a classroom, and I'm fairly confident that would have translated badly into an office environment as well. Had I gone into something like, engineering or being a lawyer and pursued that, I probably would have gone absolutely stark raving mad sitting at a desk for 8, 9, 10 hours a day. So it has suited me well to be able to go to different job sites and tackle various different tasks that are constantly changing and evolving, as opposed to performing the same mundane task day in and day out over and over again. So again, number 5, maybe I'm ADHD, maybe I'm not, I don't know, but I was certainly one of those kids that was all over the place, and it has served me well to not have to be locked to a desk all day long. So if you're one of those kids, you might want to consider one of the many wonderful opportunities that there are in the careers. As a bonus, one of the things that I've been thinking a lot about lately is technology hasn't really impacted plumbing too much. AI is not taking our jobs anytime soon. I don't think that can be said for a lot of other fields. We've got self-driving cars now, we've got self-flying planes and drones and all sorts of AI technology that's by leaps and bounds taking away our opportunities for making a living and making certain skills redundant. I don't see that coming into the plumbing field anytime soon. Although there have been some marked changes and there is some unique technology out there, there's certainly no robots or artificial intelligence out there that's clearing drains and fixing leaks right now that I'm aware of. So if you know, please leave something in the comments, and as always, please subscribe. It helps us out tremendously.